Hello everyone, it's Chris with Nerdy Soaps. As you know, fall is right around the corner, and with the changing of the seasons comes the changing of the scents. Come along with me as we make a soap inspired by fall, and it'll help you get in the spirit of fall and the changing season even when it's 100 degrees outside. Now, if you haven't figured out what scent I'm referring to the classic pumpkin spice. Yes, that's right. I'm referring to the scent that has become ubiquitous with fall, that happens in everything from candles to pumpkin spice lattes, and yes, even the pumpkin pie that Grandma makes for Thanksgiving. Not only is today's soap scented like pumpkin spice, but it also has pumpkin in it. The pumpkin is very good for your skin, so it makes sense to add it into a fall-themed pumpkin spice. So pumpkin isn't the only thing in the soap which is good for your skin. It also contains tallow, which recently has become more popular due to its many skin benefits as well. Tallow is deeply moisturizing, which makes it great for the skin and great to incorporate in soap. When soap making, you're dealing with a combination of fats, oils, and lye, so it's very important to have the proper protective gear on. We're going to get started with our mixture of fats and oils. Since we are dealing with fats and oils that are solid at room temperature, we need to heat these so they can melt. After melting, we'll want to wait for these to cool off to around 100 degrees so that it isn't too hot for the soap making process. While that's cooling, we can make our lye solution as well. When mixing lye and water, it is important to mix in a well-ventilated area because lye gives off a lot of fumes. When mixing these two, an exothermic reaction occurs and the solution will get hot quickly. As with the fats and oils, we will want to wait for these to cool down to around 100 degrees as well. Our oils and our lye solution are now around the same temperature, so it's time to blend them together using the immersion blender. In the past, I've noticed that my soap batter comes to the right consistency very quickly, so to help prevent overmixing, I'm going to use a stop-and-go method of blending. Once these are mixed into the right consistency, it's time for the additives. The scents for the soap will come from a mixture of essential oils using cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and allspice to create that classic pumpkin spice aroma you're familiar with. Of course, nothing pumpkin spice would be complete without pumpkin, so we're going to add that in as well. Here I'm going to mix by hand to prevent the batter from becoming too thick. Now that's done, I'm going to pour it into the mold, smooth it out, and knock out the bubbles. Once it sets enough to pattern, I'm going to add a basic pattern to the top with a series of diagonal lines. And after I've patterned it, you need to let it sit for 24 hours to harden before it's time for the cut. Okay, it's been 24 hours and it's time for the cut. I initially tried to cut this right at the 24-hour mark and noticed that the soap was still a bit too soft for my liking to be able to cut it. So I'm going to wait for another 12 hours before I finally cut this. Before we cut the soap, it's time for a nerdy soap fact. Did you know there are plants that you can use to develop a lather and use as soap? These are called soapworts, and you can use the leaves and the roots for a soapy lather. This is due to the presence of saponins. Hopefully with the soap you can fall into fall and be prepared for the upcoming season. Shout out to Kelly Cable of simplelifemom.com for her recipe. If you like what you've seen and you'd like to see more about soap making, please hit that subscribe button so we can go on this journey together. I hope you have a wonderful day.